Scarpins Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklar Country, the Virus Edition, aka the Pandy Pods,
AKA two guys, no turkeys on Thanksgiving,
aka two turkeys, no jerkies, aka is this over yet? You gotta let the jello set. Thanks for the laughs, fellas. That's Joe Schmo. Thank you.
The Joe set is the Detroit band.
I love the band Detroit. So thank you for that.
That's the theme music for this show.
Hey, by the way, it is Thanksgiving. We are thankful for you. We're thankful for everyone who has checked this podcast out, told people about it, listened to it, made it part of your daily routine for all these many months. It's been a lot of work to do, but very rewarding for the people who have let us know. And like I said, we're thankful for you. If you listen to this podcast today and it gets you through whatever time you have, you need to take that break away from your immediate family, take a little walk, you're doing the dishes at night, let us know. Let us know what you enjoy about it.
We love hearing how people engage with this podcast. We love hearing what people are grateful. Look, it's hard, I think, this year to find things to be grateful for, but I'm certainly grateful for the opportunity to do this show and for the mouthpiece we have to get these feelings and these thoughts out and to share them with you guys.
Your reaction to it is really great too. So we got some good stories, and then we'll jump into that. Let's do it right now.
Okay.
So I guess as the world's coronavirus numbers spike out of control and our outgoing dumbass president is more focused on throwing doubt on our election that he lost resoundingly.
Got his ass kicked
so hard. I mean, my question is, should there be school proms?
The answer is flat out no.
No, nothing good.
That.
Nothing good can come from a school prom right now.
I mean, isn't the prom in the spring? Wouldn't this be a homecoming?
This is an English story. Okay. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. But
you can have the prom after your vaccine. Or you know what? If
have it in the summertime.
Have a reunion prom.
There
if you didn't get to have one here. That's a great
1 year reunion prom. Do it next year when you're adults and you can. It doesn't matter.
Do it when we have a vaccine and it's out there and the numbers are going down.
That's right.
Just do it that way.
If you had a school prom in the summertime, I'm telling you, no one would care. It would be fun.
Kids would go. They'd be fun. They'd be an excuse, and it'd be like, "Hey, remember we were the year they had the prom in the summer."
It's a great story. At worst, if you have a prom now, you could pass along COVID, and maybe while the young people wouldn't die, and some of them might,
their parents and their grandparents might bite the dust.
Gone. They're toast. Also, and I'm just throwing this out there, a gym teacher could get drunk, flash her boobs at a photo booth with the other kids, and then get fired.
There's that.
Don't have a prom right now is what we're saying.
Here we go.
Married PE department head. I love that they started with married.
She's married because it's like, not only is this an offense to the children.
This is a problem now for her spouse.
For her husband.
Married PE department head.
Or wife.
Catherine Lake, or wife. She's a PE teacher.
Go jump in a lake. She tried.
44.
5 years younger than us.
Downed 8 glasses of wine at a school levers prom.
Oh, boy.
8 glasses of wine at the prom. I don't think I could drink 8 glasses of wine in the course of a day.
So there's a moment where she's like, do I completely let go of
there's
everything?
A moment where she's like, it doesn't matter anymore. We're all going to die. And then she sat on a student's lap, watched by his stunned pals.
Oh, yeah. Of course they'd be stunned. That's
Married
a mad
PE
thing.
teacher Catherine Lake got drunk at a school levers prom and sat on a student's lap. I love that none of her other teachers or people in her department
Catherine,
said,
can I talk to you?
Can I ask you a quick question? And then just put her in an Uber and send her anywhere. Like send her
3 towns over.
Send her to an outdoor pub. Send her to Heathrow Airport.
Yes.
And just have her try and sort it
out.
And
then say, you must drop her off. You must make her get out. And then have her figure out how to get home.
That's it. Because whatever it's going to take for her to figure out how she got to Heathrow, it's going to cause her to not be
sitting
drunk
on a student's lap is so inappropriate.
Right?
It's a reverse Santa Claus. She gave him a reverse Santa.
Reverse Santa is awful.
Yeah.
That feels like bad social distancing, doesn't it?
I'm going to assume she wasn't wearing an N95 mask.
Too hard to take off and on when you're downing 8 glasses of wine at a prom that you shouldn't be at, that no one should be at.
God, you're a wino.
A kid's function that you are chaperoning, or maybe she wasn't even supposed to be there. She just showed up. All right, let me get in here.
She just want to be there. Catherine, you're not on the list.
You're not chaperoning tonight, Catherine. I know what I'm doing.
Shut up.
I just figured I'd see what's going on. Add another body to this event that should not be going on in the first place during a pandemic. what does she walks in, it's like, who does a girl have to blow to get another glass of wine around here? Married PE teacher. They're just going to keep calling her married PE teacher.
Got drunk.
Her husband probably was like, yeah, saw that one coming.
That's my little
That's Catherine for you. Later, as if that was bet, 8 glasses of wine sitting on a student's lap.
How's she going to top that?
She pulled her top down, Jay,
Oh, okay.
exposing her breasts while posing with 5 pupils in a photo booth. A disciplinary panel heard. They couldn't see it. Those pictures are out there now.
Jeez.
You're going to expose yourself to students. That's the only reason you're getting drunk around them, right? That's going to happen.
Yeah, the drunk was the precursor to give her the courage to
If
do this
you
thing.
carry, that's all I'm saying. If you carry a gun, be ready to use it. If you're going to get drunk, be ready to use
If you
that
got 2
drunkenness.
boobs, get ready to take them out at a prom.
That's right.
When you're a 44-year-old teacher.
But the photo booth,
I mean,
that to me is the thing.
You're giving the school Exhibit A.
It's
in the
no
case
longer
against you.
your word against theirs. The flirty teacher who also shared a cigarette with a pupil.
What the hell is she? She's having a meltdown.
Completely off the rails.
She's having a meltdown. This is
So
phenomenal.
smashed that she fell over while trying to sit on another pupil's lap. This is what the panel heard.
This
Please tell me this isn't a middle school. It's not.
this could be a storyline on the show Catastrophe.
I mean, if Sharon Horgan's character was fired from the preschool and then
Started working in the high school.
or she was like in an elementary school, then took a job as a substitute teacher in the high school,
Then
and then
got
gets
drunk.
really drunk, flashes around. Like that would be a great story on Catastrophe.
I could see it
Could you
happening.
see that? It'd be hilarious. Mrs. Lake, who started boozing with other teachers before the prom. Oh, so everybody was getting her going before the prom.
Yeah, they knew
No
she
one
was
was
a
like,
ticking
hey,
time bomb.
slow down.
They knew she's a ticking time bomb. Don't let her come.
Said she was so drunk she could not remember the night. Couldn't remember or didn't want to remember.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that the other teachers are also getting
They're like,
plowed.
oh yeah, it's good. This is how we handle these proms. We
By
get
the way,
wasted.
I don't care if teachers get drunk. I
That's
really
fine.
don't. Get lit, get wasted, take an Uber.
You gotta
where
be
you're
in
going.
control, though. You gotta be in control when you're at the prom.
By the way, if you're chaperoning a prom, don't get drunk. You can smoke a little weed if you really want, but like, don't get drunk. It's like I wouldn't tell the PE teacher, go do a bunch of Molly before the dance. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. She was sacked as head of PE at Reepham Secondary School near Norwich in September.
Fired. I hope it was worth it.
Maybe she wanted to get fired.
I guess.
You know what I mean? She admitted unacceptable professional conduct. That is insane.
She admitted she was wrong, though.
Did
That's
you
more
hear
than
that?
More than we can say for our president.
Exactly. She instantly has more integrity than 90% of the Republican Party.
Yeah.
We can actually move on from this incident.
She
because
accepted her actions, that her actions were wrong, and now we can heal.
the healing can begin and we can treat the
The
hangover.
hangover can happen.
The Teaching Regulation Agency panel at Coventry recommended that she should be struck off the face of the earth.
I don't know.
Guys, we don't need to like get crazy. She's fired. She's sacked.
Struck
She's
off
struck
is-
off.
is-
Struck off is crazy.
But I think that means fired.
Yeah.
Gotten rid of.
I feel like because she admitted her mistake, she should be given a second chance if she gets into a sobriety program.
Possibly.
Right?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
where you do it. Mrs. Lake said on Facebook, of course, I've made a massive mistake, which has led to a change in my career path.
I am now a drug dealer for
Well,
children.
exactly. The only logical, where can she go from this? with
Stripper.
this-
She could be a stripper.
She can use the photo booth picture as her resume. I think my resume speaks for itself.
Sommelier at a restaurant. I don't know. She
Maybe
knows her wines.
sommelier. I'm just surprised she took to Facebook to explain herself. That feels like a weird move, right?
Kidding. Saw that coming a mile away, right?
I saw it coming as much as I saw her getting blitzed at the prom. And I'm sure there are a bunch of people listening right now who will start following her on Facebook. How funny would it be if all the people who listen to this podcast requested her as a friend?
Yeah. Oh,
And
give
she
her
gets
friend
like
requests.
she gets 5,000 friend requests and it completely
What's her
jams
name
up her whole
again?
thing. Catherine Lake,
Catherine Lake. Look her up, guys. Request for
British.
friendship.
This was her quote, which leads me to believe that she's still drunk. I couldn't be happier. 2020 is going to be my year. Okay.
Oh boy. Why?
Okay, this happened a while ago. Fine. 2020 is no one's year.
It's no
she
one's
is
year.
still drunk.
It's like the worst year in the last 50 years on this planet.
Yeah. How could getting drunk at the school that you work at,
At the prom, sitting on kids' laps, sharing cigarettes,
exposing
with pupils,
your breasts in a photo booth, getting
fired from your job.
How can that make this year the best year ever? I applaud your attitude, and I think it's great. Was she the type of PE teacher that was like, you don't need to kick the soccer ball into the goal? That's not what we're doing here. Kick it out of bounds. Whatever you think we're supposed to be doing, I'm going to go in the opposite right here. Cricket's just about swinging and missing, guys.
Maybe that's her philosophy in life. Take a cut. Take a cut. and
Maybe
miss.
she's preparing her kids. Let's talk about it this way for a more realistic the world.
Right.
I'm
I'm going to show you what it means to make a huge mistake and how you come back from
Kids,
that.
you're going to make huge mistakes. That's it. No lesson. Just telling you how many of
This
you
feels
are
like
going to
it could
screw
be-
up on your jobs.
This feels like it could be a Chris Lilly character.
Right? Now, check out these boobies and just pull it down.
Woo. She
That
went
is our
wild.
first story in the books.
Yes.
Just like her career in the books. She's struck off, and we've struck off, and we're off and running. The next story, look, we're not here to judge people's sexual proclivities,
But we will judge this next guy.
We
who
are
deserves
getting into it right now. So we'll be right back with more Sklar Country, the Virus Edition. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We say it every time, but it is Thanksgiving. And as we sort of head into Black Friday, we're going to tell you a great gift that you can give the person that you love. Tickets to go see the live Dumb People Town on 12/12.
It's a virtual event, so it's COVID safe. Everything in
do
the
it
world
from
is
your
getting
home.
locked down. This is a chance for you to order in some food, order in some drink, watch us be funny with two of the greatest podcast riffers alive.
And grifters, the dollop. It's Dave Anthony and Gareth Reynolds, us and Daniel Van Kirk, and music by the great, the amazing, the legendary Mac Lethal. We've never had a rapper on. This is going to be fantastic. Kansas City's own Mac Lethal. He's amazing. I can't wait to hear his version of Dumb People Town's theme song.
Yes.
Tickets are at eventbrite.com. Look up Live Dumb People Town. They are going fast. I know that. I think probably by the time this is up, all the VIP tickets will be gone. There will still be tickets left for the pre-show hang, but I'm telling you,
Couples tickets maybe and some group tickets.
they're going fast. So let's jump into the story right now. Also, Facebook page. We're putting up videos from our stand-up. Please like our Facebook page, Sklar Brothers, and then Sklar Bro Country on YouTube. Subscribe to that.
All right, let's get into it. As we said before the break, we are not here to judge someone's
Sexual proclivities. No, we're not.
Everyone has something that pushes their buttons and gets them going, and to judge one
One-
person for what they do is to throw stones in a glass house. We understand that.
That said, this next guy in this next story is a total freak.
He's a freak, and he needs to be called out, and he needs to be stopped.
Okay, so we just laid that up, and then now we're going
And
to
also, this is a deeper question, I think, to Rand. Is this a result? Is this guy a result of too much time on our hands in the pandemic?
a product of our situation.
Are we just looking for things to spice up our lives right now?
Probably.
I don't know. All right, let's get into it.
But there's so many elements to this that make this
There are
guy-
many choices in this that, number one, I can't imagine having that kind of time to fill this thing out. This
number
fantasy
one
out.
and number two.
And to have to live up to this fantasy every time, it's got to be difficult for him in his own right. All right. A man is arrested after he stripped naked and masturbated in a cemetery on several occasions and said he is sorry and promised he won't do it again.
Well, he said he's sorry.
He's not going to do it again, he
I'm
said.
sure
So
we could-
case closed.
Don't need to follow him around or
Is
track
this
him.
the plot of the next Halloween movie?
He masturbates and the ghosts of the babies that are never born come back to killing everybody.
That would be great.
That would be incredible.
That would be unbelievable. By the way, what if I told you that the guy who was masturbating in the cemetery, that's not even the most disturbing thing about this guy.
I cannot think of anything even more disturbing.
Raymond James Stratford
Oh God!
was also Raymond James.
Don't
is
we
the
have
name
money
of
involved invested with Raymond
James Stratford was also spotted performing a sex act that involved an electric toothbrush
Oh God!
in the Sterling District Cemetery near Adelaide in Australia. I've been to Adelaide.
Have you?
We've always said hygiene is a must.
It is. Look,
I wonder if he had a G-string on,
Yeah,
little butt
maybe
floss.
little butt floss. You never know.
Stratford, 67.
67, old enough to know better. Old enough to know that's not where you put your electric toothbrush.
Maybe he's dying soon.
I don't know.
By the way, 67 used to sound very old, didn't it?
It's not crazy old to
crazy
me
old
now. It's
anymore.
old.
Stratford sounds by the way, like a private school bully from
Yeah.
like Family Ties, right?
Stratford is the kid that took
Eric
everybody,
Stratford,
took
the-
everybody's lunch money
He's a bully.
and started his own business.
he's the kind- it
he
sounds-
stole everyone's lunch money and then invested it and made a ton of money.
Right. So, but he's the kind of guy who would like bully a nerd into having to masturbate in a cemetery.
With an electric toothbrush.
Not a 6-year-old man who does it with a toothbrush
67-year-old.
in his ass. Stratford was snared in a joint operation between plainclothes police officers and a squad dog.
A dog? You mean the entire dog squad?
A dog squad.
Jesus.
Okay, this feels like animal cruelty.
Yeah, even Michael Vick is like,
Hey,
we got
come
to
on.
take care of the dogs
They're
here.
dogs,
Don't
man.
let the dogs
Let's
see
not bring
this.
a dog into this.
Right?
Police prosecutor Brevet Sergeant Rebecca Simons told the Mount Barker Magistrates Court that Stratford was seen to be masturbating and has also performed a sex act with an electric toothbrush. Performed, I'm going to say, is a bit of an insult to the rest of us who are performers.
He's not a performer.
He engaged in it.
Yes.
He did it.
He participated in it.
But performed it suggests that there was an audience.
Or that he had rehearsed it beforehand.
I mean, there were dead people around him, so I guess that counts.
Yeah, I guess there are an audience of some sort.
Police located the electric toothbrush lying on the ground near to where the defendant was arrested, she told the court.
Do you bring in a bomb squad to blow it up?
I have to. How much money would it take for someone to use that toothbrush?
I feel like
the guys from Jackass.
Steve-O would just do it.
And you're like, wait, the cameras aren't on.
Yeah,
the cameras aren't on, man. We weren't rolling on that.
Still brushing.
Oof. Yeah. Police had been responding to two separate complaints, two, from women who had seen Stratford making an exhibition of himself over the preceding few weeks.
I mean, you got to feel for this guy on some level.
If I put aside my desire to have him placed in a maximum security prison for life,
you've got to feel for him.
He's got to have a lot of things in order, in place, in order for him to enjoy himself.
He's got to be in public, but not just in public, at a cemetery surrounded by dead people.
It's got to have a toothbrush, but not just a regular toothbrush.
It's got to be an electric toothbrush,
which means it has to be battery operated.
Which means it's got to be charged up.
So there's a lot of prep that goes into something like this.
There's a lot to coordinate.
And he's got to have women walking by. He's got to have an audience.
Can you imagine the person defending this guy?
Oh, there is someone.
Okay.
His solicitor, Sarah Bamford, not Maria Bamford,
Sarah,
told the court that her client had decided to interfere with himself. Is that what we're calling
That's
it?
what we're calling it. That's the politest way of putting it.
That's the most British way of describing masturbation. He decided to interfere with himself in the cemetery because, quote, he doesn't live all that far from it, and it was, quote, out in the open.
He doesn't live all that.
That's the lawyer's defense.
We live close to lots of things. That shouldn't be.
That doesn't mean you can masturbate in them.
You know how you live close to the grocery store?
Masturbation is, by the way, one of the only COVID-friendly acts you can do these days in your own
Yes.
house. You don't have to go outside to do this one.
No. You don't have to go out in the open.
I mean, I guess it's a good call to have a female lawyer representing you.
Bamford is crazy to take this case.
Unless, okay, I'm going to say this, Ram. What if she's purposely tanking it?
For women everywhere.
There you go.
She puts on the table a terrible defense in defense of all the women that
In which case, I say carry on, counselor.
There you go.
Quote,
no witnesses? Fine.
Quote, that was what was going through his head at the time, she said. It was purely being out in the wilderness. A graveyard is not the wilderness.
With a toothbrush? I've watched a lot of Alone. Yes, they have some toothbrushes, but not electric toothbrushes, I'll tell you that.
She added, there is shrubbery and woods in that cemetery, and that is my instructions on why he went there.
She can't even talk right.
She's literally like, and that is my instructions as to what I'm supposed to say pertaining to
She's
the
so offended.
masturbation.
She's like, I can't believe I've been given this. This is the case she tells everyone that she got. Everyone else is like, well, at least we're not Bamford.
The partners in the firm are like, watch this. We're going to.
She's a public defender. They're not in any firm right now.
Ms. Bamford told the court that her client was awaiting an appointment with a psychologist and may have issues with compulsive sexual behavior.
I think he's fine. Let's wait and see what the psychologist says.
I don't know. There's really not enough proof yet.
Let's not rush to judgment just yet.
All we know is at this point, he likes to masturbate in a cemetery with an electric toothbrush in front of people.
It's hard to tell if he's got any issues. Again, let's let him get evaluated.
It's hard. Only because there's a toothbrush in his ass.
Yes,
that's why it's hard. This woman could have said anything and it would have been better than that. Don't you agree?
He's just filming a new Oral-B commercial.
Rub out tooth decay.
There you go.
You can do it.
Oral-B in my ass.
I wonder if it works with a regular toothbrush, or it has to be electric.
I think this guy's a very specific set of rules. And
either way, I'm guessing some folks will try to go as him for Halloween next year.
What's my trick?
Pulls a toothbrush out and smiles.
Don't you dare.
That's the trick. That's the trick. That's the treat.
Look, at least he doesn't have any plaque.
People are already calling in to complain about what we just talked about.
The phones are ringing off the hook as we try and do this.
Sorry we got raunchy in the middle of Thanksgiving. We're grateful for you guys.
We're thankful for you. That's a crazy, crazy Thanksgiving story, and we apologize deeply. But sometimes you need to be shaken up a little bit on a family holiday.
Look, don't walk by a cemetery. If you do, go like this.
You never know what you're going to see.
Cover your eyes.
And cover yourselves. Guys, I hope you rest it off, sleep it off, unbutton the pants, just relax in your house. FaceTime that relative. This is time to stay connected still, but let's be protected and don't get infected. Wear a mask. This is not a hoax.
But we've got the jokes.
We love you guys, and we will see you, yes, tomorrow.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da-da.